Miguel adjusted his harness as they approached the first portal. The ship, aptly named the Black Dog, was a cosmic freight hauler, a trucker's ride in the stars, made for hauling anything legal or otherwise. This cargo, though, was different. No questions asked, the employer had insisted. The payment spoke for itself. "All right, team, into the void," Miguel muttered over the intercom. Naomi's voice crackled back, impatient and sardonic. Yeah, just get us through so we can grab this payout and get home." The first portal jump went smooth as silk. Just a flicker of light, and they were through. Still, Miguel couldn't shake the feeling of something clinging to the dog's hull, like wet shadow caught in the thrusters. As they drifted through the quieter stretches of the cosmos, a scratchy, hollow voice whispered through the intercom, "Turn back." Miguel turned to his co-pilot, Malik, who shook his head. "Wasn't me." Naomi laughed nervously. "Maybe it's the cargo giving us a preview." Miguel gave her a wary look. Naomi had always been the flighty one, the type to fold if things got rough. She was here for the money and promises of a fresh start, but her loyalty was thin as frost. The other truckers had warned him about Naomi. She came with a reputation. The next portal jump cranked up the tension. Lights dimmed, then flickered back on, casting the cargo bay in eerie reds. Miguel felt a chill on his neck, like someone breathing close. He glanced at the monitor and caught a fleeting glimpse of a face on the screen. A gaunt, lifeless stare, gone as quickly as it appeared. He shook his head, clenching the armrests until his fingers hurt. Days stretched into weeks, and each portal pulled them deeper into the unknown. Shadows moved along walls that had no light. Voices laughed and wept through the corridors. The intercom seemed to have a mind of its own, muttering things in languages none of them knew. Before the last portal jump, the dog shuddered violently. From the radar, a small cluster of ships loomed, signaling distress. Miguel knew better. Pirates. His heart sank as they opened fire without hesitation. Metal groaned as rounds hit the ship's hull, tearing through the outer layers of the cargo bay. Miguel felt the sting of desperation. If he abandoned the cargo, he'd never get another job. If he kept it, they might die here, picked off by cutthroat scavengers. "Dump it, Miguel!" Naomi screamed from her station, her voice filled with barely contained panic. She rushed over, tugging at him, wild-eyed. "Forget the payout! This isn't worth our lives!" Malik blocked her, his expression fierce. "We've come this far. You touch that cargo, and we're done. It's our only chance." Naomi backed off, muttering something Miguel couldn't quite hear. There'd been moments where she'd vanished from the bridge unexpectedly, where he thought he'd seen her in the corner of his eye when she wasn't there. Miguel's wariness sharpened into doubt. Was she even really with them? They lost the pirates, but the crew was worn to threads. Before the final jump, they took precautions. Earplugs, blindfolds, and straps locking them to their seats. The last portal loomed, a sliver of distorted space, an invitation to madness. As they pushed through, Miguel felt the indescribable, a fire that wasn't there, his skin tearing, nails scratching his bones. Phantom pain rolled over him, drowning him in waves of something both dead and alive. The screams around him seemed endless until they were suddenly disturbingly silent. They emerged, the dog intact but bathed in a stifling, sickly quiet. The employer's ships arrived within moments, beaming the cargo aboard without ceremony or thanks. Miguel was too shaken to care. As they drifted away, he slumped back, eyes closed, a breath of relief slipping through his lips. "Guess that's that," Malik said. He sounded more tired than anything. Naomi's silence, though, seemed strange. Miguel turned, the absence creeping over him. "Where's Naomi?" Malik asked, frowning as though she'd never been there. Miguel's stomach lurched as he tried to remember. Had she been real, or was she just part of the cargo's curse? He searched his memory, her laugh, her face, the ghost of her presence slipping away like smoke. In the empty silence of the Black Dog, Miguel sat frozen, haunted by something darker than voices or shadows. And somewhere beyond the stars, the employer watched, satisfied with their delivery.